As Boris Johnson's government reintroduces some modest restrictions, Tory MPs have once again found themselves being challenged on their refusal to follow their own rules. On the BBC's Politics Live this week, Tory MP Jake Berry was asked why he refused to wear masks in the House of Commons by the SNP's John Nicholson. His comeback didn't go how he planned. It's a great clip. Let's take a look.
I think it's very important to answer Jake's point that politicians lead by example.
Well, what are you doing here then? Why aren't you working from home? What are you doing in London? If you're leading by example and in Scotland, where possible you work from home, why aren't we talking to you down a Zoom link?
Well, let me tell you, because the Leader of the House has refused to allow us to vote electronically. That's why. The Tory Leader of the House refuses to allow us to use the technology in place at the moment.
What an idiot. Why should I wear a mask if you're not working from home? You know, put your money where your mouth is. Perfect answer, because your party banned it. I would be working from home if you hadn't needlessly banned voting from home, right? Now, to jolt your memory, we'll go through this, the timeline of events when it came to remote voting. So during the first lockdown, remote voting was allowed for the first time in Parliament's history. That was a good call. However, less than 3 months later, remember how long this pandemic has been going on. After 3 months, they thought it was over. After 3 months, on June the 2nd, 2020, remote voting was abandoned. That was at the behest of Jacob Rees-Mogg, and it prompted protest from the Equalities and Human Rights Commission. They said that this was discriminatory because there are people who were vulnerable who wouldn't be able to go into to work and vote. Their advice was ignored by Rees-Mogg, but ultimately, even he couldn't fight against the push to close Parliament this January, so remote voting came back against his wishes. But once again, that didn't last too long. Remote voting was again abolished on June the 21st this year. So to justify that, at the time, Jacob Rees-Mogg said, "The Commons chamber has become an echoing empty barn. So when restrictions allow it to return, it must return to normal." He also said that debates conducted via Zoom had become akin to watching paint dry. He clearly overestimates the extent to which the public enjoy watching their MPs throw their arms around, jeering like eaten assholes. It doesn't add much value. It doesn't add as much value as Jacob Rees-Mogg thinks. I have one more clip for you because, remarkably, that intervention by Jake Berry wasn't the most ridiculous defence of government policy on the BBC's Politics Live this week. Ben Bradley appeared on the show the following day and said this.
I'm never going to criticise the government for not wanting to rush in to overburdensome restrictions when if they are not necessary. Science is not an exact science at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, science is not an exact science. Mate, I feel for you. Like going on TV is stressful. Young guy, he's gone on TV, said something really dumb. I suppose the reason I don't feel any sympathy for him is because the point he was trying to make is also dumb. Like the debate was about working from home. The government is still refusing to let people work from home because they want their landlord mates to keep getting rent for their inner city office buildings. There are no scientists that say working from home would be a bad idea. Everyone on stage is very clear. If you want to reduce transmission, get people to work from home. I don't think there are many sort of social psychologists that say giving people the option to work from home, which is what we're talking about here, giving people the option to work from home would cause, loads of depression, would cause loads of other health issues to emerge. No, this is just giving people choice. The Tories don't want to do it because they want to support their landlord mates. He's saying, this is actually an open scientific question. It's not.